Hi everyone and welcome back. This video is just a little bit different to my normal videos. I'm just dropping it in between my tutorial and guide videos because there's something that I think we need to talk about. I'm just working on my latest video for my next tutorial, and the latest information from DICE dropped on their website about their upcoming patch notes, how they're going to fix the game and make the changes to it. And lots of YouTubers today have done the usual videos talking about the patch notes and going through the important information that it's going to cover. But for me, there was one thing on the patch notes that I noticed, and no, it wasn't the upcoming nerf to the PP29, that I think might be of interest to people that are interested in Portal and the things that we cover in my channel. And in the next minute or two, I'm just going to run through what that piece of information was and what it means to us when we're creating our game modes in Portal. As always, if you like the video, just a little reminder, I am well on my way towards my next target, which is 500 subscribers. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do think about clicking that subscribe button and giving my video a thumbs up. And can I just say a big thank you to all of those who have already clicked the subscribe button. I really appreciate your support in getting my videos noticed by more people. I will keep putting out the content that you want as quickly as I possibly can. Right, let's have a look at these patch notes. So as you probably already know by now, the developers put an announcement on the website just the other day talking about the roadmap for the game ahead from now, and the different changes, and the fact that they've been listening to the community about the things that are wrong with the game or the things that they want to develop. And it included the usual bunch of information about weapon changes, balances, graphical fixes, and yeah, discuss things like the scoreboard and the nerfing of certain weapons. However, if we look at the patch notes for patch number 2, something particularly stood out to me, and these were the changes that they are going to make to the Portal game mode. So just have a look at those changes in the patch notes and read through those, and just have a think about what they mean for us. So first up, what was great to see is that straight off in the second patch, they're looking at adding things to the Battlefield Portal and making improvements to that particular mode. I always assumed that they would, given the fact that Battlefield Portal seems to be central to the game and something that's becoming extremely popular amongst players because it has a lot more flexibility than the all-out warfare mode. And you can see, I have looked at the Rush game mode before when we looked at the builder, but you can see that they're adding Rush game mode layouts for all the 2042 maps. So this means that now when you select Rush as your game mode through the builder, you'll be able to play on all the maps, not just the old maps that had the Rush game mode layouts, which is brilliant. You can see that they are adding some official templates to these game modes as well, and I've had a couple of questions from people asking about vehicle modes, and you can see there we've got a new official vehicle team deathmatch template. So that means that we need to wait and see what that looks like, but it does look like we're going to be able to play with vehicles in team deathmatch, and that's something that's been really asked for. And you can see that there's some additional templates available, including an infection template. So they're going to add the infection game mode to it, ready-made for you, and the Gunmaster game mode as well. So these are really great additions for us because they will give us some additional templates to mess about with and obviously to host in the game mode. But what really stood out to me was the addition to the rules editor, and you can see that it's only one line in their update patch, but I think that this is really important. Two reasons why this is really important. First of all, obviously it adds an additional ability to the rules editor, and you can see there it says rules editor, added the ability to detect what players were killed with in order to apply additional logic. Now in actual fact, my mind starts to race already about the possible uses of that, but I have had questions asking me how to detect whether a player has been killed by a melee kill, Well, clearly if that's part of this detection, if we can detect that they've been killed by a melee, that'll be easy to pick it up. If we wanted to have a particular superior player in the game and assign them a weapon, and they were the only player that was able to be assigned that weapon, we could detect whether the other players have been killed by the leader or the super player or whatever that might be. It just adds to the possibilities of what we can do in the game mode and how we can adjust things through the logic editor, applying additional logic. So from the first point of view, just the fact that it adds this extra rule that we can use is brilliant. But more importantly for me, and this is really what I want to finish this short video on, is that this also shows that the developers are quite keen to improve the rules editor as they go. And this is absolutely crucial. There are some things that we cannot do in the rules editor at the moment. I was just responding to a comment earlier on today, for example, where we can't detect if a player is currently spotted. If you look in the player state section of the logic editor, you can check all kinds of states. Are they killed? Are they an AI player? What you can't do is detect if they're spotted. We would benefit if that was added, and this patch note, although it's an early one, does show that the developers are keen to add rules to the editor as they go along, and I think that that's worth a discussion and worthy of credit to the developers. I'm really looking forward to what they're going to add to the rules editor next. I've really just thrown this video out there because I was so excited to see that this was added to the Portal game mode and to the rules editor. I think it's very promising for the future of the rules editor, very promising for the things that we will be able to do in the future. And my next video hopefully will be back to tutorials, but I am going to look with a keen eye on these new developments in the builder and the rules editor and see what we can do with those as we go along. Please let me know in the comments below what you think. Are you excited about this edition? Do you think it looks promising for Portal? Do you like the idea of the developers looking at the rules editor and adding rules in the future? And what kind of rules would you like adding to the rules editor? What advice would you give the developers? What would you like to see from them? Do add your comments below and give me your thoughts. Thanks for listening to my very short video on the patch notes. I hope this has given you a different angle to all the other information out there that's about the patch notes. Again, if you've got some useful information, if you are interested in these sorts of things, do think about subscribing to my channel. I really, really do appreciate it. For now, thanks for listening. I'll see you next time.